Welcome to the Bell Curve and the world of Fallout. Fallout 4 pulled you into its wasteland, where every corner of the map tells a story. You're scavenging through ruins, battling mutants, aligning with factions, but beneath the action, there's something deeper at play. This isn't just a game world, it's a masterclass in geography. When the bombs fall, when cities crumble, and the countryside empties, geography becomes the ultimate arbiter of survival. It decides who thrives, who fades, and how humanity rebuilds from the ashes. In this video, we're diving into what Fallout 4 teaches us about post-apocalyptic geography. We'll explore why cities fall apart the way they do, why some places become bustling settlements while others rot, how people and factions use the land to survive, and how even you, the player, reshapes the world. So strap on your Pip-Boy and step into the Commonwealth. Our first stop, the ruins of Boston itself, where geography doesn't just survive the apocalypse, it decides who does. Let's explore how the old world's bones shaped the new. When the world ends, geography doesn't vanish, it takes charge. Fallout 4's Boston, the Commonwealth, is a perfect example. The bombs leveled much of the city, but the bones of the old world, its streets, rivers, landmarks, still dictate who lives and who doesn't. Take Diamond City, the green jewel of the Commonwealth. Why is it there? Because Fenway Park was already there? Its towering walls, enclosed field, and central location made it a natural fortress for survivors to repurpose. But it's not just about defence. Fenway's cultural weight, Boston's beloved baseball stadium, gave people a reason to rally around it, turning a ruin into a symbol of hope. This isn't just game design, it's history. Rome's Tiber River kept the city alive post-collapse, just like Athens' harbours drew survivors back. The ruins of one era become the foundation of the next. Fallout 4 exaggerates this for drama, but the truth holds. Geography, and sometimes the memory of a place, shapes what rises from the ashes. But Boston's story isn't just about one stronghold like Diamond City. The city is a fractured puzzle, with pockets of life fighting to survive amongst the ruins. Boston in Fallout 4 isn't one city anymore. It's a patchwork of survivors and ghosts. Some places thrive, others decay, and geography draws the lines. Diamond City is the gold standard. It's got security from Fenway's walls, resources from trade, and accessibility from its central location. That's why it's the Commonwealth's biggest hub. But just a few streets away you've got Goodneighbor, grimy, chaotic, built in the shadow of the old Boston skyscrapers. It's less secure, but its urban density and proximity to trade routes make it a haven for outcasts and opportunists. Then there's Bunker Hill, a trading post by the Charles River. Its location on old trade routes make it a crossroads for caravans, but its open layout leaves it vulnerable, and beyond these pockets, ghost zones. Collapsed skyscrapers, irradiated harbours, toxic backstreets, places where survival is impossible. Geographers talk about three essentials for settlements: security, resources, and accessibility. But there's more to it. Social factors like leadership or community trust also shape who stays and who goes. Diamond City has it all. Goodneighbor scrapes by with grit. The irradiated ruins, they're a warning of what happens when geography turns against you. This mirrors the real world. After wars or disasters, some city districts recover fast. Think post-World War II Berlin, or post-Katrina New Orleans, where wealthier areas rebuilt faster thanks to better infrastructure and resources. Fallout 4's map is a playable version of that uneven recovery. Boston's urban patchwork shows how cities cling to life. But what happens when you leave the skyline behind? Step into the Commonwealth's countryside, and geography tells a different story. One of promise, peril, and abandonment. Let's head to the wasteland beyond. Step outside Boston, and the Commonwealth feels like a different world. Empty farmhouses, broken villages, the occasional homestead clinging to life. On paper, the countryside should be a survivor's dream. Open land for crops, and fewer people to fight over resources. But Fallout 4 shows why rural areas often lose out. Take a place like Abernathy Farm. It's got crops, water, and space. but it's a sitting duck for raiders. Isolation is the killer. A lone family in a wooden shack can't hold off a gang. Trade is tough when you're miles from the nearest hub, and one bad season, or one attack, can wipe it all out. But with the right leadership, like yours potentially, these farms can become something more. There are exceptions. Covenant, a walled rural settlement, thrives using its isolation as a shield, keeping outsiders at bay. But most rural spots don't have the luxury. This is why, in the real world, cities often recover faster than rural areas after a disaster. Urban density means safety in numbers, shared resources, easier trade. Rural places, they're rich with potential but fragile, like the post-Dust Bowl Midwest, where entire villages emptied due to economic and environmental collapse. Fallout 4 nails this dynamic. The countryside is a place of hope and heartbreak, where geography can be your biggest ally or your worst enemy. The rural wasteland shows how geography can break or make survival. But it's not just about the land, it's about what the land means, from physical ruins to cultural anchors. Let's explore how the Commonwealth's landmarks keep the past alive and shape its future. Take the Freedom Trail. Survivors still talk about Paul Revere, and the Railroad faction uses Old North Church as their hideout. Why? Because these places carry the weight of pre-war Boston's history. They're not just buildings, they're symbols that give people something to hold on to. Diamond City is another example. Fenway Park isn't just a fortress, it's a nod to Boston's baseball culture. The market sells swatters, kids play with baseballs, and the whole place feels like a love letter to the past. That cultural memory keeps the community cohesive, even in a wasteland. This happens in the real world too. After disasters, people rebuild around cultural touchstones. Think of Dresden's Frauenkirche, restored after World War II bombings to symbolise resilience and unity. These places aren't just practical, they remind survivors who they are. In Fallout 4, geography and the memory work together to rebuild society from the ground up. Cultural landmarks give survivors something to rally around, but survival also depends on movement, how people and goods flow across the wasteland. From caravans to factions, let's see how geography shapes the Commonwealth's lifelines and power struggles. Caravans like Trashcan Carla or Cricket are the Commonwealth's lifelines, hauling goods between settlements. Their routes follow the old world's highways, rail lines and bridges, paths carved by geography long before the bombs fell. But hazards like super mutant camps or Mirelurk nests force detours, showing how the land can choke off recovery. Now look at the factions. Each one's strategy is tied to the map. The Minutemen spread across rural settlements, trying to knit them into a network. Their dream of a rural network often hinges on you, the player, stepping in to make it reality. The Railroad hides in Boston's underground tunnels, using the city's maze to stay invisible. The Brotherhood of Steel dominate the sky with their airship, the Pridwin, turning height into power. And the Institute? They're untouchable, buried deep underground using geography as a shield. Each faction's identity and ideology is rooted in the space they control. In the real world, groups from rebels to governments use terrain to their advantage. Whether it's urban guerrillas in sewers or armies on high ground, like resistance fighters in World War II using city tunnels for ambushes. Geography isn't just a backdrop, it's a player in the game. Factions and caravans show how geography can be a tool for power, but it can also be a deadly trap. From glowing wastelands to toxic ruins, let's dive into the Commonwealth's geography of risk, where the land itself decides who survives. Not all land is equal in Fallout 4. The map is a minefield of risks, and geography decides what's livable. The glowing sea is the poster child, a radioactive wasteland where storms rage and almost nothing survives. But even here you found outliers. The children of Atom worship the radiation, and creatures like Deathclaws thrive. It's a frontier of danger and opportunity, hiding secrets for those brave enough to explore. The glowing sea isn't just a hazard, it's the heart of the apocalypse, where the bombs hit hardest, and secrets like the Institute's rogue scientist Virgil hide. Closer to Boston, flooded subways, collapsed tunnels, and irradiated ruins are no-go zones. You might find a stash of pre-war tech, but the rads often aren't worth it. This mirrors real-world disaster zones. The Chernobyl exclusion zone is still mostly empty decades after the meltdown, yet it hosts rare outposts, scientists and scavengers who brave the danger for knowledge or profit, much like the growing sea's hardy inhabitants. Flooded towns after hurricanes or earthquakes they abandoned for generations. Fallout 4 turns these risks into gameplay. Every location asks, is the reward worth the danger? The Commonwealth's dangers force survivors to adapt or die. But what if you could fight back against the map itself? As the sole survivor, you don't just navigate geography, you rebuild it. So let's explore how your choices reshape the wasteland. Here's where Fallout 4 gets unique. You get to reshape the geography. As a sole survivor, you're not just surviving, you're rebuilding. Take Sanctuary Hills. It starts as a ruined suburb, but you can turn it into a thriving settlement with walls, farms, and even power plants. You fortify farms like Abernathy or Ten Pines, link them with trade routes, and suddenly the Commonwealth starts feeling connected. You're not just following the map, you're rewriting it. This mirrors real-world recovery. After disasters, communities rebuild by reclaiming land. Think urban renewal in post-war Europe, or post-World War II Hiroshima, where deliberate planning turned ruins into resilient cities. Your choices in Fallout 4, like where to place turrets or which settlements to prioritise, echo those real-world decisions. Do you focus on defence or resources, urban hubs or rural outposts? By letting you sculpt the landscape, Fallout 4 makes you a geographer of the apocalypse. Your actions prove that geography isn't just fate, it's something you can fight to change. By rebuilding the Commonwealth, you prove geography can be shaped, not just survived. But what does this wasteland teach us about our world? Let's step back and uncover the real lessons hidden in Fallout 4's map. So what does Fallout 4's wasteland teach us beyond the game? It's fiction, but its geography is grounded in reality. Cities endure because they concentrate people, resources, and hope. Diamond City proves it. Just like rebuilt urban centres in our world, rural areas like the Commonwealth's farms struggle with isolation, but they hold potential if you can protect them. Risks from radiation to floods scar the landscape, forcing survivors to adapt or abandon. And cultural landmarks like Fenway or the Freedom Trail remind us that memory can be as powerful as geography in rebuilding. Most importantly, Fallout 4 shows that geography isn't just a backdrop, it's a force. It shapes who survives, how they live, and what they fight for. And through your actions as a player, it shows that humans can push back, reshaping the land to build a future. As climate change reshapes our world, flooding coasts, scorching deserts, Fallout 4's lessons about adapting to geography could guide how we rebuild sustainable cities or protect rural communities. The Commonwealth is a thought experiment. If the world ended tomorrow, how would geography guide our survival, and how would we fight to redefine it? So the next time you wander the Commonwealth, let's reflect on its lessons and what they mean for the wasteland and beyond. The next time you wander through Fallout 4, look at the map with fresh eyes. See how Diamond City thrives because of a baseball stadium's walls and its legacy. Notice how rural farms fight geography as much as raiders. Watch how factions carve out their power from the land, and how you can rebuild it. The wasteland isn't random, it's geography in action, telling a story of survival, loss, and hope. Thanks for joining me on this dive into Fallout 4's post-apocalyptic geography. If you enjoyed it, drop a comment. Which part of the Commonwealth's map do you think best captures life after the end? And if you want to see more videos like this, exploring the hidden geography in games we love, hit that like button and subscribe. Until next time, stay safe out there in the wasteland.